Made a Cut Radio every Friday night at 9:30.
Yeah,
What's popping tonight, my brother?
Yeah.
We got my man's right hand, my brother from another mother.
You know.
Ain't a sucker. My guy's getting serious, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We got Big Mike in the house. What's up?
You know, what up, baby? What up?
And we oh, I didn't even have your shit on, my bag. Guys, say what's up again, B.
Yo, what up?
Alright, let the people hear that silky voice.
Feel me? That velvet voice.
You know what I'm saying? With that velvet beard you got on. This nigga came in looking real fly today. Smell like a French hooker. I hear you, B. You know what I'm saying? looking sexy. You know what I mean? Smelling sexy.
Oh,
that's some gay shit, but whatever. And we got the newcomer. What's up, Zarena? What's up, Zarena? What do you want us to call you, B? Just Zarena?
I like my name Zarena.
Queen Zarena.
Queen's in the building. Queen's getting the money.
You know what? I did mention last week, ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's tuned in, happy Friday. Pleasure to be here tonight, and we have a great show tonight. And I said I was gonna be back, and I'm back, baby.
Oh,
she consistent.
There you go.
She consistent.
No, I ain't going nowhere.
I hear that.
I ainain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
But let's keep it going, guys.
Oh, con permiso. Oh, and we have tonight. We have Mike is real geeked up about this.
Yeah,
shit.
my geysers right here, B.
Yo, what? Your
my geysers.
That's
these are my guys
that's
right
some
here.
off the boat Colombian language that he's
These
talking
my guys
now,
right here, B.
But we got the brothers from PictureUsRollin, correct?
Yes, sir.
PictureUsRollin's in the building.
Yeah.
What's good, y'all?
What up? What's
What's
going on, y'all?
I see you look like rappers.
Listen, I was a rapper in my past lifetime.
Bro, honestly, we're trying to be rappers without rapping.
Basically, I don't know if
That's
that's
what we're trying
possible,
to do.
but we
feel like we
definitely
could do
that.
You can do it?
I feel like we
For
can
sure.
do it. We're gonna be the first.
I got it planned out. We're just gonna have fire-ass beats, right? We're gonna have good-ass outfits, you know what I'm saying?
And that, for nowadays, that's what it's about right
You
now.
know, the haircut gotta be on point.
You
The
know?
haircut gotta be on point.
Yeah.
You gotta get your hairline on right.
Feel me?
You know
You
what
know, I
I'm
got a traveling barber. His name is Tony. Got in the best tape ups.
Oh, shit.
I'm dropping it. He's right there on Myrtle. It's good stuff.
You got a traveling barber like a
You
rapper.
know?
Shit. So,
You know?
PictureUsRollin, why the name? You guys stole that shit from Pop?
Yo, I'll be honest with you. It was something that we was thinking about, like, yo, what could we name this thing? And Flacco actually came up with the name. You could probably tell him why, like what was
Let
the
him know,
inspiration
Flacco.
behind
Hold on. Give us your names first.
Oh.
We always said Flacco. I was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is Flacco? Who the fuck is Flacco?
Yo. So, yeah, introduce yourself first.
My name's Carlos. Everybody call me Flacco though. It's a high school nickname. It's stuck, you know. This is Chris.
Yeah. Some
And,
people call me Vice Virtues, Chris, Black Chris, Hot you know what I'm
Was
saying?
there White Chris?
Nah, I don't know to some groups, but I'm Black Chris.
There was no White Chris in the whole crew.
But Chris or Vice Virtues is cool too. And yeah, we make up PictureUsRollin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
What's the concept? And why the name? First of all, let's go by the name.
So basically, what happened was like Chris and myself, like we would be, like we spent a lot of time together, you know, whether it's hanging out or just working on stuff, bouncing ideas off of each other, and we spent a lot of time in the car. So we was like, it's like we always in the move, and when we in the car and it's just us, we be talking about a lot of shit. Like we be talking about like current issues, like let's say like within the community at a national level, talk about music, we talk about cars, things that interest us.
Yeah.
So
And
it was
women.
like
Bad women trouble.
And,
you didn't say women.
I got $99, so guess what?
If it wasn't women, I was say, but these niggas in the car by themselves all the time.
you gotta talk about the women too.
Yeah,
But,
we do. Not
that's
too
how-
much though.
That's how it came about. So I was like, you
Sorry,
know,
Red.
picture us rolling. Like we
Facts.
always on the move. You feel me?
Facts.
We just talk about shit that, you know, people too scared to talk about in public. That's all.
That's a fact.
I respect that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, my boys. So I just want to let y'all know, like, I just want to know, why do y'all think men don't think that they can be friends with certain women?
Oh
What?
man.
Why do y'all think men don't think they can be friends with certain women?
What
Like
you
with
certain
women. Like women, like they like not
talk-
certain, but like most women. Like you know how guys be like, yo, I can't be with because
Is he single or is he in a relationship?
it depends.
Wait,
It
hold
depends.
on.
Like if he's in a relationship,
Wait, hold on. Why men feel they can be friends with certain women or all women?
all women. My bad.
Okay.
All
Men
women.
can't be friends with women?
But that's the stereotype. Some dudes out there be
What,
like,
to
yo,
insecure
okay,
women
yeah,
or to like?
no, like some
I get what
y'all-
he's saying. I
what
get
you
what
mean?
he's saying.
Carlos, you know what I'm saying?
So what he's saying is, why is it that some men feel that they cannot have platonic relationships with women. They feel like every woman they get, like
they feel like they feel like they gotta fuck. They feel like they gotta have sex with these women.
Can I chime in with that?
Talk your shit, B.
The issue is this. Y'all niggas be wanting to pluck all the flowers from the ground. Sometimes you gotta build. Listen, Lady Z, let me know if I'm talking the truth, okay? Sometimes you gotta build relationships with these women. You know what I'm saying? Go out to brunch with them, hang out with their friends, and they might look beautiful as shit. You might want to wife them. You might want to even leave a nice little cream pie. But guess what? My nigga, what's important is for you to network. You know what I'm saying? Build that relationship and progress.
You know what, guys? Being that you are targeting, and you guys are coming in the era of young. You know, I'm 35, right?
Yes.
And you guys are in your mid-20s, correct?
Indeed.
Now, you guys, I'm assuming you guys have been friends for a while.
Yes.
1 minute.
Now, when did this idea? I'm going to switch it up a little bit to get to the content that you're talking about now.
Nice.
When did you guys start thinking about this? When did you guys start thinking, listen, I'm going to sit in a car with Joe in the back. I call him Joe, but I know his name is not Joe.
Chichi in the back. Chichi get the yayo.
When I was looking at your stuff because I wanted to see what you guys were about, right? And it's all art, so we appreciate it.
Thank you.
But I think that you guys have a lot of charisma.
Thank you.
Even though I feel like you guys are growing, and there's much more to expose from you guys because you guys have much more work to do.
That's OD.
I wanted to understand the whole concept of a car.
The question is, do you get it? As a woman, do you get it?
Do I get the fact that they're in the car talking about...
Honestly, I feel like that's so like original because that's where when
Mike, you can't talk. Mike is geeked up about you guys. You can't.
nah, it's just like
I love you, Mike.
Nah, it's just the fact that that's so natural, bro.
Yeah.
Like how many? Like I've been
Real
in
shit.
cars with my homeboys just talking about random shit, and when they put it on the show, it's like, yo, like we be doing shit like this.
It's relatable.
Facts.
It's relatable,
But I
exactly.
wanna know.
Yeah.
I'm 35 and I want to tune in.
But women don't do that. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Women do that. Some
I
women
think so.
do that.
I
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure women
I
do
think
that.
so.
They talk their shit in the
So
car
Randy,
like, yo, this
you talk
nigga
shit
ain't
in the
shit.
car with other chicks.
It might be a different setting though. That's all.
I think women,
You know what I'm saying?
women with women is women from what I've seen and I experienced within like my peer group of women. Most women, what they do is they get together. They get together, and the way that they do it is they'll have like a wine night. And in the wine night, you know, they might discuss, you know, whatever it is that they have going on in their life.
Right.
You know,
That's a fact.
Or the
like
latest gossip.
whatever gossip, or you know, whatever the latest trend is, or
something
talking
terrible
about
going
men,
on.
right?
Yeah,
And,
something
you know,
terrible
they do
going
that
on.
over wine, you know. So I feel like that's women's version of
And they
probably what
build.
we
It's,
do.
it's not necessarily all gossip either.
So my question is,
to
as
answer-
a female, it don't matter what age I am, why you guys started in the car?
Could I answer that question?
Yeah, why?
Alright,
Go
cool.
ahead, see,
So-
you think, bro?
And what made you guys connect to make a show in the car?
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I was probably like the one like OD pushing for it because like I'm a photographer. I like focus on a lot of like visual arts. So like my mind is just constantly working. I'm constantly working, writing down ideas. I even like dealt like with acting and music, and there's so many things that I'm interested in. And me and him, we have such like candid conversations. I know this guy for how many years now?
5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years now. We have these candid conversations. They so happen to be in the car. And so I'm to be in the car. I mean, obviously there are other places. You know, me and this guy, we done traveled. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too to touch on. Like, it's in the car now, but you know, some episodes will actually pop out of the car. Some episodes we might pop up. We might be
I did see that.
We might be in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? We might be
That's
in
the
Mexico.
beauty. That's the beauty of you guys beginning in this journey.
Absolutely.
Because everyone could have a lot of criticism of why are they in the car,
Cause that's real. It's real.
or some people be like, yo, it's kind of whack, you're in the car, but you guys want to take it elsewhere. So I feel like, as a person that I think I'm in my right to tell you my opinion, because we're here tonight.
Facts.
It's gonna be very interesting if you guys do travel and make it there.
That's
you know
a
why?
fact.
Because that's the duo. That's the duo. Because for me, a car is boring. It's boring for me.
It is.
I wanted to tune in because I've seen you guys before, and now I have history. I'm building history here. But then I'm like, okay. But then I saw the charisma. And that's where it got me. That's where it made me want to stay listening for 10 minutes. Because my attention span.
She has attention span.
See, I'm happy that you mentioned that. The 10-minute thing was definitely premeditated.
That is a very good thing.
So hold on, real quick. So it's women online. Desi, shout out to Desi Lou.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to
Desi.
you.
She's saying that women do talk shit in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Desi, shout out to Desi.
Yo, Desi,
shout out to
Desi.
Desi.
We love
That's
you.
why I talk the most shit. That's why I talk to myself. That's why I talk to my daughter. That's why I make up shit. That's why I think about a lot of things. I said
In the car.
That's
in
why.
the car. My car
started
is
there.
my office.
There you go.
Exactly.
Oh wow, I didn't think I was gonna relate to you guys, but yes.
Yeah.
Being real.
I crack my laptop open.
There you go.
Listen, I get busy in the car.
When-
Not like that, you know.
No.
I think that is a little side note. If you have sex in the car, it's bad luck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that.
First of all, that's not true. Don't listen to her.
I ain't gonna lie. Though. I crashed that car.
Listen to me.
Trust me.
I crashed that car. That
Guys,
car's
I wish I had a belt and I have it right here. Guys, it's bad luck.
Don't listen to her. That's not true.
Yo, real quick,
It's
fellas.
not true.
Fucking in
my
the
bad,
car is
Fredo.
bad.
My bad. Fellas, like, since we y'all showed, like, do y'all plan on having guests, like, to hop in the back seat and like talk
Oh,
about
they got
certain
Chi Chi
shit?
in the back.
I
We
don't
can do it
like
in the
Joe.
back.
Who's Chi Chi?
My man right here, Ronald, B. Ronald Chi Chi
So-
in the back,
You're
B.
Chi Chi in the back.
Chi Chi in the back, B.
Hey, I
Ronald-
call you Joe.
Hold on, Ronald must have like all the keys in the back because Ronald's in. Y'all don't see it. Ronald's in here with leather pants.
Ronald is Master Yoda. I don't know if you know that or not.
Say what?
He's Master Yoda. He's
Oh,
like
okay.
mysterious figure, wise
Versatile.
figure. He doesn't say too much, but just know.
He really be laying in the cut. For real.
Yeah,
You know?
but if y'all want to, like, if y'all would want, like, not like certain guests, like, because I'm pretty sure you want to like attract a certain demographic.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
would want to like have a certain type of guest to talk about certain type of shit.
Well, the thing to answer your question, and first and foremost, I didn't even get a chance to say this at the beginning. I appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to
Absolutely.
speak
Thank you so much, guys.
on your show.
Yeah.
I
Facts.
appreciate that 1,000,000%. And to answer your question, Mike, like, we do plan on having guests. The way we want to go about it, though, we don't want to just. We kind of don't want to just have people pop up on the show for like no reason.
Right.
We want it to be on some show where it's like
Where's
relatable.
content?
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna add value to the person
Exactly.
who's looking at it, who's listening to it. You know what I'm saying? So one week we might want to have like, somebody who's an artist. You know, whether they do music,
Right.
photography, they paint, they're a visual artist. We might want to have somebody who's into culinary. We just want to make it relatable.
Right.
So we trying to like kind of like.
We want people to fall in love with us first before we start
Right.
really having. We
How
want to
can
build a
I
relationship
fall
with
in love
them.
with you guys? I already told you one thing that you guys have, and it's charisma.
Right.
Your smile,
Thank
awesome for the camera. and then you
Don't tell him shit like that, cause that nigga's gonna get hyped. He's gonna be hyped the whole night, son.
This is all for business purposes. And then you compliment his smile with that, oh, hold on, this is what we doing here. Because I did watch your show.
Thank
and
you.
got the smiles, you got the giggles, but so you compliment each other very well as a team. So what do you see in the future besides the traveling? What can you offer us? What can you offer a 35-year-old woman that's watching you guys and inspired?
Zarina sounds like she had to change her pants a few times watching the show. That's just
I love it, but he's true. He's right. Because at first I was like, I don't like the fact that they're in the car.
Why are you in the car for?
They're in the fucking
You know
car.
what it is? Like,
why the fuck you in the car?
I want to be able to like.
Yeah.
Honestly, I liked it. Me personally, I liked
I
it
know, I
because
didn't like
it's
it.
relatable. It's
So,
relatable.
but yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to touch. The
Wait,
idea I
hold on,
have
real
was.
quick,
oh,
sorry,
yeah.
before you start. Do you think Mike is biased when he says these things?
No, because
No.
because these are my
I felt
guys.
that same way, honestly.
No,
That's-
because these are my guys,
you know.
and I feel like a real friend will tell them like, "Yo, bro, that shit is wild."
That ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, like that ain't it.
I ain't
That ain't
gonna
it.
That ain't it,
I said
because-
No,
I'm pretty
what
sure-
did we do in your post yesterday?
What happened?
You posted something yesterday, right?
About what?
What did we do? Alright, so Mike, he posted up a picture, right? Of a
Oh my God!
wait.
Right.
Oh.
What happened? We all did that? Yo.
Yeah.
That was a
I
good.
text this motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay.
Like, yo, what the
Real
fuck are you
friends.
doing?
Okay.
Hold up, for those who don't know,
Uh,
go follow follow at Pirates Ambition underscore. What's it? Underscore, right? That's it, right?
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not. Nah.
Yeah,
Yes, it
I
is.
know.
This nigga decided to put a picture up of himself with a girl cropped out of it.
I didn't understand that.
I
So this
said,
is my emoji.
and then he put a
We had
Drake
to holler
verse,
at him.
right? That was Drake verse.
Yeah, it was a Drake
Yeah.
verse.
He was feeling
He
mad.
was drinking and
sensitive.
driving.
He was drinking and driving.
Feeling
I was
mad.
missing something.
Feeling
Nigga,
mad.
I like the way I was looking in the picture. Like, what you want me to
Sounded
do?
mad sensitive.
Why you
Nigga
not
said my
copy?
bed looking good. Let me take this
Yeah.
selfie real quick.
And so then I text the nigga, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck you doing? He calls me back, oh, I like the way I looked in that picture. That was my ex. One,
That ain't it, Chief.
exactly. You played. Even my daughter called me. She's like, what the fuck is my doing? Play yourself,
taking
bitch.
Yeah. So
She even commented on the
bias
pic
going
too.
on.
And I DM'd her like, yo, that's
She
my
said you
ex.
deleted
I
a
want to hear what
comment.
Serena got to
She said you
say.
deleted a comment.
I did.
Serena, is that
I did.
acceptable? What's up?
And ladies and gentlemen, take another picture, please. Thank you.
Word, be like, you really just burn the picture, B.
Yo, just archive that shit. You heard?
I think it's too late for him to clean up the wound.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
it's already a
yeah.
day later. It's like, already, it's like, fuck it. It is
don't
what
follow
it
at
is.
Pirates Ambition.
It is
That
what it is,
shit.
B. It is what it is.
That shit was not it, bro.
Real.
But
This is why I know that the human connection of us speaking in personal would change my perspective of certain things. Because, listen, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a rookie on this,
Right.
and this whole radio thing, and then, well, I'm kind of yes, actually I am, but that's another conversation. But seeing your show, I'm like, I don't want to hear you guys talk for 10 minutes in a car. But now I see you, and there's more background, and there's an idea, there's more to it. There is a little bit of, there's a foundation because there's a friendship, there's ideas, and you guys want to go further. And that for me makes it interesting.
Thank you.
Here,
Thank you.
humanly connecting. Because if I didn't have this connection, I probably would not be turned on to the show.
so you say you need to have more chicks in the car to understand
It's
it?
not about the chick,
It's the setting.
but hella bitches look good.
So who's sitting in the fuck seat?
Ha! Joe.
Who's seen
The fuck seat? What the fuck seat?
Who
He's
had-
mad at me.
Which seat
Look
got
at him,
fucked
look
in?
at him.
Oh,
man.
Is it Chichi in the
Wait,
back?
whose car is it first? It's Chris's car.
It's Chris's car.
Honda?
Chris,
Nah, it's not a hot.
in what seat have you piped any chick? If you have, what chick have
Yo,
you?
that's personal.
Mike is so
Yo,
Mike is so
for
mad. He
you
made
know,
love in
What's
the
her
seat.
address?
I think Mike likes doing that.
I don't
in
want
the
any
car.
issues. I'm just
Maybe,
gonna. I'm
probably.
gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that
Probably.
secluded. But to answer our question though, I really want it to be like a progression. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the car is a Nissan Altima. It's
Right.
banged up. You know what I'm saying?
I love
You don't know that though. This is where we coming from. This is real. This is real. This is my real life.
This is what I'm
This is
getting.
my
Shit,
2008 Altima, and I'm driving this shit with no insurance. You feel me? This is shit that I'm
Oh, I
going
don't know
through
if
in
you
my
want to say
life.
that shit on the radio.
Now hold on, it's straight now. But I'm driving this shit with no insurance. But
This thing.
guess what? I gotta make moves.
I got no registration on the shit.
I got photography gigs, nigga.
see.
I gotta get to work. I gotta go see my shorty. I gotta go walk my dog. I gotta go see my niggas.
Facts.
Guess what?
Facts.
Don't bang.
I'm riding on that. I'm riding my car. So I want you to see the progression from us just being in the car to us hopping on these flights to us being in a race.
You
with
should.
stars.
You should film the
You know what I'm
outside of the
But
car.
honestly, that's the whole vision of having a business.
Facts.
If we think about having a business, you have to build
Start
a
from the
foundation.
bottom, B.
So you guys in up to episode 9?
10. We just got to 10. Yeah.
Okay, I'm close. I was paying attention a little
A little bit.
Fast.
A little
Good.
bit.
Maybe that's it.
In between underwear changes, she was paying attention.
All right, wow. All right. That's where his mind's at, ladies and gentlemen. That's where his mind's at.
Also, to add
In the
to
fucking underwear. And I said I wasn't cursing tonight.
Yo, please. I like the
Oh,
runchiness.
I
Just
don't
to
think
kind
it
of-
sounds professional, but at the end of the day, it's nice. It's nice what
Yeah.
you guys are bringing to the table. It's a pleasure to meet you guys in person. I can see your vision much more, and I will definitely tune in and support. I am not
Thank you.
much very popular, but I'm working on being popular on social media so we can make that cheddar.
Yeah.
To make
Right?
that
'Cause
cheddar.
That's what we all do.
So I guess your first guest is gonna be Serena in the backseat.
No, I don't
Definitely make that happen.
I don't ride the backseat.
Oh,
I
you
don't
like shotgun?
ride in
Okay.
the backseat.
Yeah, we gotta figure out the whole dynamic of having the guests.
Now, my bad, yo, my bad. For real quick, like, how important is it for us minorities to have like a platform like this, like podcasts, like the way y'all do and the way we do.
Mike always get too deep. Go ahead, Mike.
Nigga, that's how it is.
That's amazing.
How important is it, especially
Mike always
nowadays,
gets
the
too
way the
deep.
shit is right now? How important is it for us as a culture to have podcasts like this,
Yeah,
to talk about certain shit that y'all talk about, and
I feel like I want to answer that question.
about
but
certain
yeah,
shit
good.
we talk about and shit like that.
Well, I think it's important. Like it's important because let's say like we want to make it relatable for like the younger generation that's
Right.
coming up. That you
Yeah,
know
like
they
our-
could,
yeah, our generation,
Like you know the brown or black boy that's sitting in the crib. You know he's coming up. He's a young kid and he's seeing somebody he can relate to, and that person may not necessarily be a basketball player or a rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because our generation,
Right.
what we were brought up, like the only way we were success is either a rapper or a basketball player.
Right. Or you got to be a lawyer or a doctor.
Right.
Now, the term important, I wouldn't say important. I say it is a key. It's cool
Right.
to have, because at the same time, like we don't want to be setting like the expectation that this is what you have to do to be successful.
Right.
Like, you can still be, you know, a minority, and if you want to go to school and you know, pursue a law degree
Right.
or that doctor's degree, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still do that. And if you want to be an artist, you can do that. If you want to be an athlete, you can do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's cool that, like, the younger kids, you know, like, they'll be able to see somebody up there and be like, oh, you know, he looks like me. That's pretty dope.
And
I
exercise
can relate to
freedom of
that.
speech now, too.
I actually have another question to follow up that.
I said exercise your freedom of speech too. Like this is a great time for people to express themselves, be whoever they
Right.
want to be. If you want to
This
tattoo
is
your
the
face,
me- this is the
nigga,
me
tattoo
too
your face, nigga. If you want to motherfucking start a podcast, everybody has a podcast. Nigga, start that podcast,
Right.
bro.
Let's
'Cause
start it,
that's
bro.
what.
Bro,
you don't do
if
it,
Joe
y'all
Budden
fail.
can start a podcast, bro,
Come on.
you can start a podcast.
First of
bro.
all, Joe Boy got money. But anyway, hold on.
I have another question. I have another-
Real quick.
What's up?
What did you guys do before this that made you say, you know what, I want to do this podcast because I want to not have to rely on that shit?
Well, this, so the whole idea of the show came about, honestly, this shit is a year in the making,
Okay.
to be completely honest.
It's a baby.
Yeah, because Chris brought up the idea like a year ago, and we always just pondered on it, and then one day we were like, fuck it, let's just
Do it.
let's just do it, you know? Like, we don't have anything to lose. It's not like we losing, like, you know, any
little gas money.
gas money every now and then, you know, like, but I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, like, this is a good way to get out of my comfort zone, you know, one, two, something new. And moving forward in my life, I'm 26 right now. I'll be 27 in like 2 weeks. So if anybody want to send birthday presents,
You already know, bro. You already know, bro.
First of all, Mike is saying you shit. Mike's supposed to get beer tonight. He ain't get shit, by the way.
damn, Mike, what a beer
We
is that?
still waiting on this shit, B.
I ain't gonna lie, we was on color people
I
time. I
actually-
wanted to bring something for you guys.
It's
We
been
was running a little late,
That's why
so
I
we
didn't bring
bring
nothing.
beer.
You told me you
Yeah.
gonna bring something.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
that. It's been already like 15 shows this nigga's had. Fuck him.
But
Yo.
we
It's my nigga.
we definitely.
That's my nigga though.
I was on some shit where it's like, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, feel the fear, do it anyway. What's the worst that could happen? I don't have anything to lose.
You know the hardest thing. You know what they say. The hardest thing to do is do.
Right.
So
Right.
it's good that you guys decided to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. If it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? At least I tried the shit.
At least we tried it.
Most people don't try.
Right.
Mhm.
And another question I wanted to ask y'all, like, why do y'all think as we're in our 20s, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know like why do y'all think us as 20-year-olds stress ourselves when we don't have it figured out? And why do you think most of us want to live for our parents?
Wow,
Can
I
I
talk
answer
about
that?
that a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, why do y'all like? Because obviously our parents come from a different generation than where we come from.
Correct.
Let me
And
tell
our
you something.
generation and our parents' generation feel like you need college to like to like get a good job.
It's
So,
not just this generation, honestly.
We living in a different world. I mean, that's just something that.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could chime in on this.
I
Chime
know,
in, see.
because it's the same thing. It's the same expectations for me, and I'm 30. I'm a decade ahead of you guys, but at the end of the day, we're dealing with the same kind of
Right.
decade.
Whole decade.
It's 10 years. Right? Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
that's a lot.
Shut up.
But like, I want to know like why y'all feel
Whole
like
decade.
I feel like why y'all feel like most 20-year-olds like us feel like we need to live for our parents.
It's the I think it has to do with social media. I think pressures of that. I think it's also
The way we was
pressure on
raised.
parents. But we living in a different world right now, and I think it's something that we just have to adapt to. You know, they were living in a different generation than their generation,
Right.
and we just have to like kind of respect the process and also be kind to ourselves, because a lot of the time we get depressed, we compare ourselves to others,
Right.
we feel less than others, and
Right.
we go through this whole thing, and maybe we even start self-medicating. You feel me? Like, I think we all been there. It's just you can't really like look at other people's opinions and let it like steer you left and steer you right. You'll never get to your destination if you go left and right. Like messing around with what people think about you. You gotta stay on course.
So before I speak anymore about you guys, so you guys have a plan.
Indeed.
You're gonna execute it.
Absolutely.
And you're gonna be successful.
Thank you.
All right, so with that, we're gonna take a quick break, but we're gonna come right back and ask you guys what you really think about brunches, man.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, you have-
Yeah.
Sundays is for brunch.
Carlos, let me show your arms out here, B.
He went to the gym today. I saw him.
I worked out
He went to the
today.
gym.
Carlos, let me show your arms out here, B. I'm hating, B.
Hey, nigga, what?
Nigga, what?
Mike's over here on some poor shit, B. Mike always doing some crazy shit. So, gentlemen, real quick, you guys did an episode on brunches.
Yes.
Is brunches like the new thing that 20-year-olds like really like? Oh,
Yup.
your man behind you. Shit.
Yeah.
That's my nigga right there.
Yeah.
Yo,
bro.
Tossy in the building. Just know.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Tossy.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell y'all.
How you answer for the guest?
Hold on. No, cause
Nah,
does that
to the
shit.
experience.
we went to the same type of brunches.
But
Let me tell y'all.
They did the show though.
Yo,
Matter of fact, Zarena could attest to this shit.
Oh,
Zarena could attest to this shit.
Bachata mommy.
I'll be honest.
you was twerking at the brunch?
I don't twerk, but I was dancing bachata.
Let me tell y'all.
I just fucking with
My man Andy. Hashtag
Radel.
at Radel Ortiz. He throws a dead ass brunch. When he throws it, that shit be fucking lit, bro. And those brunches be hella lit. The ones that he threw this summer were hella lit.
A lot of good energy, a lot of good people.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, brunch
Facts.
is fucking lit.
Facts.
Here's why brunch is lit.
Tell me why.
Let them know why brunch
You know why
is lit,
brunch
bro.
is lit? If I'm being completely honest.
Do you real quick? Do you eat before the brunch?
I do.
No.
I do.
No.
I do. I try not to, bro, but I know myself. I'm really bad with like tardiness. Like I'm working on it, guys. I'm sorry. 2019, I got you. I'm gonna be early everywhere.
Color
I
people
promise.
time everywhere.
But
money, that's not
the reason why I prefer brunch over fucking going out at night
To
is
club.
one, I'm fucking washed, and I'm not trying to be a nobody club at 3 a.m.
Wash life.
I'm not trying to do that. And two, there's no dress code at brunch.
Really isn't. It really isn't.
Nah.
You go in there with sweats and you be
Nah,
like,
I'm not gonna go like some bum ass nigga. You feel me? Like I'm
Mike walking in there with sweats. And
Nah, no. I mean, yo,
Hey,
listen.
you going there with some
listen,
sweats?
Listen,
Really,
Bitches
you
will
up
fuck
there,
with
right?
listen.
you going there with some sweats? Bitches will fuck with you, my nigga.
Whoever do that,
Mike like that's his own.
whoever do that, God bless. I'm not, me personally, I ain't doing that. Like
Right.
me personally, if you do that though, that's your business. But
You ain't get no bitches.
Hey,
You might get the wrong type of bitch.
you might, right, you might get the wrong type of women.
we get ham. We get some ham in there. We get
With
some ham.
sweats and no
I don't
drawers.
care what you're wearing. I don't care what
think-
you're doing.
What's
Everyone
up?
fishes. Everyone fishes.
There's a
Okay.
market for
Everyone's
everybody.
nice.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Zarena, hold real quick.
There's one time it's me to the bro.
So dudes with sweats and no drawers, they get played.
Oh, nah, you a freak,
going
nigga.
commando. You like the commando boys?
The fact that she laughed when you
A
said
lot of
that.
sweaty
And the
dick.
fact that I laugh is because it's a question that could be answered with every different female's perspective, right?
We asking you though.
I don't like the drawers with no box. I am not touching any sweaty balls. So
You heard it first.
At the end of
You heard it
You heard it first here.
Cut.
I ain't touching
You heard it first here, ladies. The
That's right.
radio.
Don't wear that.
Don't wear no sweats with no drawers on.
Brunch is a culture. It's like hip hop.
You guys just switched it.
Is it the new thing though?
Yes. Mimosas, chicken and waffles, steak and eggs. Lots of good sunlight, fashion over dresses, fat
He said
asses,
fashion
and goddamn
over
heels and legs
Facts.
and nice toes. Guess what? I'm here for it.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Every
What,
type of thing.
you know what it
Bougie
is?
kind of thing.
you
I
know
got
what
my
it is?
designer,
Like
but
the
the
brunch?
fashion Nova fit.
Yeah.
I'm saying though.
I've been like,
I'm a
I go
fat
out.
for brunch.
I'm 26. I go out. You know, like I frequent certain spots, and what it is with brunch that is different from. Nigga, threw me off.
Yo, wait.
Nigga Ronald looking out for niggas out
Yo,
here.
Nigga in the
what
back,
is
the nigga in the back seat.
Yo, nigga Ronald looking out for niggas
That's
out
the
here.
That's my nigga. That's my
He
nigga.
took some lint off the dude's
Yo,
Oh,
we
he's
really
so-
a family, y'all. Y'all don't even
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah, y'all don't
There's more of
understand the
us.
half of it.
Come on, man.
This not even the
Who
whole
does
squad.
that?
But yo,
It
listen.
really isn't.
What
It
it
really
is-
isn't the whole squad.
What it is with brunch, right? What it is with brunch.
Leather pants a suspect, bitch.
It's cold outside. Chill.
Listen. What it is with brunch, right? Brunch is
That's
cool.
a real friend. Oh, bitch.
That's my nigga. What it is with
Yo,
brunch is
shout out to Ronald, B. Yo, dead
you
ass,
can pull
yo.
up to brunch, right? And it's not no competition type shit. Y'all niggas is having a ball with my nigga.
That shit was just out of nowhere.
You gotta be on point. You gotta look out for your man.
Nigga looking out for real, B.
You thought it was a visual
Cause I didn't even see this shit, B.
I thought it was a visual.
Listen, this guy's a visual
Beard
creator.
gang, you know what I mean?
What it is right about brunch, right?
Shit.
You could, it ain't none of that. Like with brunch, you pull up, and it's like, first of all, in the club scene in New York City, it's too much ego.
That's a fact.
Like, if you're not popping bottles, my nigga, you're not spending money at these clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like, if like the get money niggas, that's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, necessarily the people with a regular 9 to 5, they might want to do that too because they think that's the cool thing to
Right,
do. And
right.
that's just like not to take away from what anybody does. Like, how you spend your money is your business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like I feel like there's like a certain culture around that, like in the nightlife in New York City, where it's like you're not that nigga if you're not popping bottles and
fact.
shit like that. So brunch is
That's
kind
a
of
fact.
like a refresher of that, because it's like you could go to brunch, you can enjoy yourself, you can meet women, you can meet dudes, whatever the case may be. You
Yeah.
can drink your little mimosas, you be smacked. And guess what? If you went to a brunch, the music was bussin', the food was good, and the mimosas had you nutty, and you send a you up text at 7 p.m., that's a successful day.
That's a fact.
Why do I need to be in the club
That
at
is
3
a
a.m.?
fact.
So what dates are
Sundays is for brunch.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
I
it.
done called out. I done called out from work a couple of times.
Sundays is for
From
brunch.
Sundays
Listen,
just to go to a
Sunday
brunch.
fun day.
I keep it 100 with y'all.
That serious?
I'm about to start up a whole brunch account, just dedicated a whole budget for brunch. So I can just get nutty, you know what I'm saying? Because here's what you gotta do, you gotta have a budget to the side. You gotta have $40 for the prefix menu. Then you got the mimosa on the side. There's a proper way to do brunch, and you have to be able to be financially fit to do
So
brunch. every week.
brunches are for niggas on a budget.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
for
not
sure.
necessarily true.
No,
though.
that's not true.
That's
You
not
can't,
true. That's
you can't
not
ball out.
necessarily
So
true.
you said you can't ball out on the
Brunches,
No, no.
brunches are for
I
everybody.
mean, let
Brunches
me
are
tell
for
you.
everybody.
Bottles at brunches.
Yeah, I've been to a brunch and I popped a bottle or two,
So
and I've seen
please
niggas, and I've seen especially Uptown. I've been to Uptown and them Uptown
Facts.
niggas,
Them
them niggas
niggas-
pop bottles
them
day
niggas-
and night.
Yeah, you
With the
young-
hookah,
Them niggas
nigga.
damn near buy the whole spot.
You young niggas are killing me right
Yeah.
now.
Bro, I mean, I'm not saying like that's like the like, but that's
So
what
basically,
people do.
20 somethings have changed with brunches.
Alright, can I tell you?
I'm
Can I
saying so
chime in?
correct, right?
Alright. Let me tell you where I come from. My era of Brooklyn is like niggas going to party. I've been partying since I was 17 years old.
Right.
I keep it 100 with
You
y'all.
delinquent.
Yeah, like that. I'm in the club with the wolves. These
Stop-
niggas is
stop
not
banging
here.
the table, they can
These
hear
niggas is not here for women. They here to fight. You feel me?
Them niggas
That's
are
just a
heathen.
part of
Those are
Brooklyn.
heathens.
Well, at
Yeah.
night, at night on daytime.
In the nighttime. This is before day parties. Day parties is a thing, by the way.
This was like 10, 12 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the culture, like, for people to get in fights, to go out, to get dressed, and you know, to kind of talk to the women, but not really
You
that.
guys hanging out at?
It transitioned. This is 2008, 2009.
Just hanging out at fight clubs and shit.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is before gentrification. I seen
Facts.
niggas get hit in the head with bottles, garbage cans. I done got
Where
shot.
are
I didn't
you
get
at,
shot,
though?
but
Where you at though?
niggas is shooting.
Niggas
I'm
in the
in
hood.
Bushwick. I'm in Bushwick. I'm in Bed-Stuy. I'm in
See?
Crown Heights. I'm in Flatbush.
Yeah, those are
I'm
all
in
hoods,
East
by
New
the
York.
way.
I'm in Jamaica, Queens.
Those are all hoods.
Yeah, all hoods.
My time.
I'm in Left Rack.
That's exactly where that would happen at.
Nigga doing a war report. in
Listen,
Left
They have a good brunch.
It transitioned. Listen, I obviously have trauma and PTSD, so this whole day party thing and brunch thing transitioned, and I'm in there like, I'm like grilling and everybody's having fun and chilling and having mimosas. A year later, I'm like, yo, this is just life. This is, you know. I'm telling my other niggas it's not really going out like that no more.
Right.
From that era, like, yo, boy, it's good, boy. We don't gotta worry about nothing,
Right,
nigga.
that's a fact.
If you were to do like a poll right now, like let's say on you guys' page, and you guys were to ask, like just in general, not for any specific age group,
Right.
8 out of 10 people would probably tell you they prefer to do the brunch and the day party over going out in the night.
If
Facts.
Do it, please. I want you
I
to
don't
know.
go out much, but if I do go out, I love having the option of going to out in the afternoon.
Right.
I
And
love
the
it.
brunch.
Some
They
It
people,
doesn't matter
drink
if
the
I'm
shit,
30.
dog.
Yeah, some
It don't
people-
matter if I have a daughter. It don't matter about nothing. But
Brunches
I
are
prefer-
popping, bro.
I like it home
I
early.
like brunches.
Yeah, I like it
some
home
people
early.
don't want to be
I like
out
the
late,
shit.
bro.
I love champagne.
Cause you can go to work afterwards, right? Like
Nah,
the following
I
day.
ain't going to work.
No.
Yeah, some people don't. Some
Brunches
people
are
don't
fuck
go out
that.
at night.
Fuck that.
I'm the
I
type
ain't
of
gonna
yo.
work
I'm
nowhere.
I'm coming
All
out of
that.
work.
I ain't working, B.
I ain't working.
I ain't working,
Get
you
out
heard?
of here.
I'm the type of person that, yo, my thing is, it don't matter what time I get to the club. I get that at 12, I get that at 1. By 2:45, I'm already like, alright, bro, like, are we done
Yeah.
here?
That's a
I'm
fact.
not waiting for the let out.
So real quick, off the brunch thing. Why don't you guys decide to talk about relationships in the car?
Oh,
on your
shit.
show.
Oh, I
I
ain't
think
know.
it's
That's the
coming.
question.
Is it
That's
coming?
the question. Alright, so to answer the question, that's a very good question, by the way. So when Chris and I finally decided to do PictureUsRollin, we kind of wanted to do something different, and this is not to kind of like step on anybody's toes, because I know like in a lot of podcasts and vlogs, like that's what people do. But we didn't want to do that. Like we'll touch on it like every now and then, but we didn't want that to be the main focus of the
Right.
show, because
Just
it's like,
talking about guys and what they do on an everyday basis, right?
huh?
He's talking about you guys experience on an everyday basis when you get in the car, and the content that you guys talk about on an everyday basis is funny enough to catch an audience. That's
Right.
what he's saying to me.
Yeah.
Without no relationships, without no relationship advice,
Right.
all that drama, right? Because it's a fucking novela. You know what a novela
it is.
right?
Exactly.
I got my own notes.
So basically, what you're saying is, Serena answered the question for you.
Again, I'm cursing.
So what it is we were like, first of all, I keep it a stack. I only been in one relationship. I have no business giving anybody relationship advice.
Was it a long relationship?
I hear
It's
you.
a year.
I don't want to talk
Ain't
shit
a
about
relationship, nigga.
relationships. I don't want to
You
talk
see?
relationships.
That's
You
ain't got a
see?
relationship.
He said, "Goddamn, that
This
ain't a
nigga
relationship,
said
nigga."
1 year.
Boom, exactly. So I don't
Listen.
need to be speaking
Yeah,
about
don't
relationships.
tell us shit.
We'll
But guess who-
we'll touch on it.
guess
We'll
who
touch
does?
on it. We'll touch on it. You know, every now and then. But we didn't want the basis of the show to be that. We wanted to talk about food. We want to talk about art. We want to talk about cars. We want to talk about music. We want to talk about politics and shit that's going on in our society. Like
And
we
box
don't
every
wanna-
now and then.
Right, and
In
women.
box?
Yeah.
You talking about
So
vagina?
boxing. So you guys.
You
are
talking about
interested-
vagina, B?
You guys are talking. You guys are interested in speaking of boxing.
No.
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 Sexy-ass woman, right?
No.
All that twerking stuff.
Talking about
The
the
condensation from my forehead is starting to trickle.
if it's shaved or if it's hair.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so being that you guys don't talk about relations, right?
We will
To
sometimes.
try to help you guys segue to that, we're gonna put you on the hot spot
Oh,
Facts.
for
shit.
the love group.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
So we're gonna come right back.
Yes. Yes.
And you guys gonna let us know what you feel about these questions that people sent to us.
Oh,
Oh,
man. I don't
God.
I'll let y'all know what it is. Bro.
Alright, welcome
wish.
back to the show. Shout out to everybody on live. Let me give you guys a perspective now. Now, Instagram has updated shit to where you cannot play music and do live. So,
Oh, that's
they'll
why.
pause the shit.
They're pretty smart.
So, yeah, if it's the copywritten, so if everybody be like, oh, why you pause the shit, it's because of that fucking reason. So, leave me the hell out of here. So,
Let
we
them
at
know.
the point of the show.
Let them know, Fredo. Let them know.
Once the salsa comes on, you know.
You already know.
We at the point of the show where, Mike, what part of the show we at, Mike?
Fellas, this is the part of the show where we call the Love Guru section.
Oh boy.
So, usually when we don't have any guests, we do it ourselves. But since y'all are guests, we're going to ask y'all the questions. And y'all answer it to the best of y'all ability.
And we ask you
Serena,
questions.
you could do it yourself too.
Right, and we asking you the question because we trying to help you transition your show, saying progress your show to where chicks want to watch it. Because you guys are giving relationship advice. Mike, hit us with the first motherfucking question, please.
First love guru question,
right over
fellas. First question is, what are your thoughts about somebody having sex with an ex who ended the relationship? What are y'all thoughts about having sex
I'll
with
sit
an
that one
ex who ended the relationship?
But what does it entail to? Like, are you fucking this person?
Of course, man. It's sex.
It's sex.
on, B.
Like, how do y'all feel about having sex with an ex?
That ended the relationship.
Oh, okay.
That ended the
Oh, okay, I
relationship.
can answer that. I've been there.
Talk to me.
Of course, yeah. It's been
Talk
a
to
year.
me.
No, I'm not. It was 1 year. I'm not saying, but this was 3 years ago. But
1 year though.
1 year though. Oh fuck, man. Yo, answer this real quick. Let me think about it.
I'm answering it.
What's the question?
Listen. What do I think about it?
No, nigga. That's what I think about it.
Chris says no.
Yeah.
Me personally, I've done it. I was the one that ended it, but I still ended up
I don't know if
fucking
I would
my
do
ex.
that. Me personally.
Listen,
I feel like that's.
don't do that.
I feel like it's sticky.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't want,
It's
because then
some
emotions
bullshit.
are gonna get back into it.
It's not even that, bro. It's like, I feel like the relationship, might have ended for a reason.
Right.
And you don't want the sex to be something to repair that.
No.
Because,
And if it's
Sex
good, my
if
nigga,
it's good, it's like
it's good, my
especially if the
nigga.
box is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ladies-
You're gonna be over there salivating.
Ladies-
Right.
If
Ladies,
the
yo,
heck-
listen, yo,
yeah.
I've been thinking about you a couple, you know what I mean?
You ever heard that
Ladies and
line?
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the answer from young niggas. I'm gonna tell you this. If she ended a relationship, fuck her and nut in her face. Next question. Next question.
If the head right, Biggie there at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, second question.
And
Hold on.
wanna hear
Wait,
We
yeah.
can hear
Let's
you.
hear from
Yeah.
Zarena. Let's hear from
Zarena.
Zarena. Zarena, what do you feel
That's
about this
spicy.
question?
That's really
This
spicy.
is an hour show, by the way. So don't take a year and a half to answer.
So you're telling me, what do I think about an ex? If I have sex with my ex and he broke up with me,
Yes.
Right.
he just wants to bust a nut.
Yeah.
And you're gonna let
And
him.
he's familiar. No. That's my.
He knows your shit right. He knows your shit
That
right.
shit.
Don't make fun of me.
That's-
Would you squirt in his face though?
Alright?
Would you squirt in his
Who is
face?
he?
Would I squirt in his face?
Yes,
You know
you
what?
would. Yes, the
Listen,
fuck you would. Yes, the
You know
fuck
what?
you would.
Let's switch it back to the guys. And they're
Exactly.
they're the
See,
main stars
this
right
is
now.
why.
And this is why I
Don't get
want
it in
to
line
talk.
instead.
That's the fuck you
This
would.
is a swindle. You know.
Mike, next question.
Yeah, next question.
Yo, second question.
Get out of here.
Second question. How many times will you let somebody cheat on you before leaving the relationship?
3 times you're out.
One,
I'm going.
nigga. One.
I'm going.
One.
Listen, if it ain't
Fuck
my
that.
listen, if
One.
you fuck my bitch, you can have my bitch.
One.
Ooh, I like
I'm
that.
co-signing that.
I'm
One.
co-signing that.
If I got a girl and she cheat on me, fuck it. Then I'm out. Then that's your business. You
One.
did what you did. That's cool. It don't gotta
One.
be no. It don't gotta be no bad blood too. It is what it is.
That's
You did
it.
what you
First
did.
of all,
That's it.
one.
First of all, the
I like
answer,
that.
the answer's 0. Mike
I
said
got good
you
dick.
could cheat on him one
And I
time, he'll
cook.
take you back. Next question.
No, hell no. One time you done.
You
That's
kept
it.
saying one. So one time,
One
don't cheat.
time you're done.
Don't
Yeah,
cheat
I
on him
like
twice.
how you respond to that.
Don't cheat on Mike twice,
Yeah.
but one time you good. Go ahead, Mike.
Third question. Third question. When is it too late to text or call somebody of the opposite sex?
After
That depends.
It
Are they in a
depends.
relationship?
Exactly.
No, like let's say,
Are you single?
I'm sorry. Let's say if you meet somebody somewhere, how long does it take for you to text that person? Like, let's say if it's a guy, let's say if it's us, and we meet a woman in
At
a
brunch?
in a bar, in a brunch, or wherever.
Yeah,
How
brunch.
long does it take for us to text them?
Is that
Me
what-
personally,
what's the
I'll say
question
probably
again?
like a couple days.
Hold on, real quick.
No.
No.
Oh, Mike, thank
You're
you guys.
bugging.
No.
You gotta keep that
Oh,
warm.
you're
You
right.
gotta keep that shit
First
warm.
of all,
Honey bun, nigga.
hold on.
You gotta keep it warm.
Time
Go
out.
ahead,
Time out.
guys. Go ahead.
First of all,
Immediately.
that's
I'm
some
on.
that's some corny whack shit
Yeah,
that was
that's-
invented by niggas with
Teenagers.
wild ego.
Yes.
That you have to wait a day or two
That's true.
to text
Wow.
a girl
That's
that you meet
wow.
or that you like.
That's not
Nigga,
name
you get her
call. Name
number.
call.
You get her number
Fashion.
tonight, nigga. Tomorrow, good morning.
That's
Good
bitch.
morning,
true.
beautiful.
That's true.
Don't bet.
That's true.
What are we talking about right now?
You're right. You're right.
You right. You right. You
You're right.
right.
You're right. You're right.
What's
Hold
up?
on.
What's up, Fredo? What's up?
Hold on, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, I can't stand the good morning, beautiful. It's so just.
I just said that as generic.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
generic.
It's not
Yeah.
fake,
Like let's say how
yeah,
how would a
I
guy
love it.
I would say some
Yes.
fly
what
shit
would
like.
you want a guy to text you? And specifically, Jordan, how would you want a guy to text you?
No, that wasn't a question,
Excuse
B.
me.
That's a good
Good
question,
morning,
Mike.
beautiful. That's what I want to hear.
First
That's
of
what I
all,
wanna
hold
read.
on. To go back real quick, I hear you. To go back real quick, Flacco's giving out some serious dick. Mike is giving out some bipolar dick.
Bipolar dick, the Drake
Hey,
dick.
that's my saying.
It is your
Hey,
thing.
Those
Light
drinking
skin niggas.
Shut up.
Excuse
He's
me.
giving out that drink.
Shut up.
That light skin
Hold on,
nigga.
real quick. Zarena, explain what bipolar dick is, please.
Guys, I just made this term up with my host,
What's
and,
up?
and we spoke about it this week before I came to the show, and I was like, sometimes men have this syndrome of bipolar dicks, penises.
Uh-huh.
Please, I want to be professional, please. So
Too late for
bipolar, yeah.
Who farted here?
Yeah,
What's the name?
One of these niggas are farted
It's
here.
okay, just say you did it.
But go ahead.
Bipolar penis is like you meet a guy in a brunch, right?
At a brunch.
The scenario that we all love, and it stinks in here, gentlemen.
Niggas
It's
the
like,
fuck.
niggas are in here.
First
I'm out here for you. I would have fought like
You
that.
know it's a dude. You know it's dudes who fought in. Dudes that can't help but fight.
Hey, that wasn't woman fault. That didn't come out hot.
No, don't.
Lil Z, that wasn't you. I know.
That's a quiff.
You could
Facts.
have whipped it from here.
I know that wasn't you.
It's
You
coming from
good.
here.
Next question?
That shit was dead ass Mike.
Next question, but
No.
yeah, bipolar penis is niggas.
It was a term that I made up because I said there's a man that hits you up, you meet him for a week, and then you go out with him and you chill, and then you do what you have to do with him, and then he hits you up the next month, and he's like, hey, what's up? Everything's good with your life, and then he hits you up, and then it's bipolar because you wait for a month to hit me up to fuck me. So basically, it's bipolar because you have your time to just go switch with someone else.
Okay.
So I don't want to deal with bipolar penises.
That's what Mike
And
is.
that
There's a
is
lot of
my thing.
bipolar penis out
Excuse
here.
me.
Mike gives that out, B.
Oh, Mike, I
Mike
don't know. I
texted
don't
chicks
know.
after 3 days.
Damn, Mike, what the fuck is a hum at?
Yeah.
Yo, Los, you must be my man,
Right.
B. You know, you must be my man,
You
B.
fucked it up,
I'm
Mike.
gonna hear the show and I'm
Yo,
Next question.
next question.
Oh.
How do I hook up with somebody for cuffing season?
Oh, that's easy.
Talk to me, Chris.
Well, you text them more before 3 days, nigga.
You make them
Step one.
Nah.
You wait. What was the question again?
How do I hook up with somebody for cuffing season?
Are you trying to cuff him?
Cuffing season, yeah.
Honestly,
You buy them a jacket. And then you make them pancakes.
This nigga said by
honestly, bro, just
Buy her first.
just tell her you're gonna get her
Don't
pregnant,
get
bro.
confused with
What?
the
Alright, yo, these niggas is wild.
Just tell her you're gonna get her pregnant, bro.
That ass.
Wow.
Cause then you can keep
She
her
your
really
girlfriend.
warm. Y'all can watch documentaries on Netflix. Y'all can get the real thick Caribbean covers, the comforter. Y'all can lay underneath. And I can like.
I don't know about that Caribbean.
Yo, listen.
No,
If
listen.
you're
I had a
laying on-
long relationship, but I covered underneath that cover, and it was beautiful. I had some really good sex underneath.
But
that
then you
cover.
have plastic on the couch, though.
Like
Come
real
on.
Dominican shit. Like on some real Dominican shit.
Your ass is
Not the
sensitive.
plastic, my nigga.
When it's hot, nigga.
Hey, we're waking up mad sweaty. and
Next
shit.
question, B. This niggas is bugging.
The next and last love group question.
What's up?
How old were you the first time you had oral sex?
Oh shit! I almost fell down the stairs.
I was
You serious?
Yeah,
I
nigga,
was-
OD that ass.
19 years old.
Really?
I was
You guys
19.
got oral sex?
Wait, you,
Nigga like you was like this?
that you received or you gave?
Both. Both.
Oh
that's
damn,
so
you came into
sweet.
the.
I was-
No, matter of fact, no. Received
No wonder
15.
why you a whore.
Okay.
Gave 19.
Mike,
You wild. I was
Mike,
eating pussy
no
way
wonder why
before
you
that.
a whore.
I was eating that shit before
I
it was
came
cool.
up with the
Nigga,
generation where it was like,
listen,
yo, you nasty
listen,
if you eat
There's
pussy.
different generations. That was a generation.
now.
There's a new generation.
But then I
called-
grew up as a man, and it was like, yo,
There's a new
Hold on.
generation called I don't eat ass now. All the niggas, if y'all not eating ass now, y'all better get on board. Cause there was a
Facts.
time that when you
I've been
didn't
thinking
eat
about
pussy, that wasn't cool. But guess
Facts.
what? You gotta eat pussy now, nigga. Cause if you don't do it, somebody else will.
Facts.
I am ringing the
Facts.
bell. That's I agree with my
If you're not eating pussy and ass money,
Yeah,
you don't
let it
get
off,
fucked
let
I
it
up.
think
off.
I think I was 15. The first time I gave and received, I was 15.
Oh man,
Good times.
Yeah. First time I received was like 15.
Good times. I almost fell down the stairs.
I gave was like
Story.
18, 19.
True story.
But I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anybody who's watching on live,
Why'd you
anybody
wait so
who's watching
long?
on my live or anywhere, any female any dude who's not giving oral, she's not fucking with you.
Yeah.
Straight up. Cause we're men at the end of the day.
That's subjective though, cause some women that don't. Some women.
women don't like
I've encountered women.
Yes.
Even
Can I ask a question? Why don't y'all like
Not
that?
even me like fucking them. Just
Right.
like women that I've interacted with and spoken to, and they be like, "Oh, I
So you
enjoy
got-
giving it more than I enjoy
Because
receiving."
you got 10 seconds to answer this.
Mm.
Come on.
Please, I need to know that
If you're
answer.
into the man, you're into anything that man does to you.
Ooh, I like that.
Caso cerrado.
That's one. All right.
Put my
So,
thumb in your butt.
hold on. Mike, stop. You can't say. Anyway, I want to thank PictureUsRollin for coming to the show. We have.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
where can they find you guys at?
You can find both of us on the Picture Us Rolling page on Instagram. You can find me
It's
at Vice
at
Virtues.
It's at PictureUsRollin Show on Instagram. You can follow Chris. His Instagram is at Vice.Virtues, and myself is Loso Season. That's SZN, on Instagram. And I think I'm on Tinder too. Just swipe right.
That's real. That's real. That is real. That's real.
but like we didn't know that shit.
Yo, Mike, you on everything, nigga. You on eHarmony, Christian Mingle, POF, DOT.
This nigga's on Jew Day and he's not even Jewish, B. Yo, shout out to everybody listening. Everybody live, everybody YouTube.
Everybody live.
And yeah, pictures rolling. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, y'all.
Shout out.
Thanks for having us.
We wish you nothing but success.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we're in the backseat one day talking shit with you guys. But
We
Oh,
definitely
we on the back seat.
Oh, we don't have the Hummer, the
This
Sprinter.
one over here, we're in the backseat. This is
Facts. Talking hella shit.
We'll be here again in
Shout
another
out-
6 to 12 months.
Yeah, shout out to y'all and much success, man. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
so
Facts,
much,
yo.
y'all.
Shout out to my bros, yo.
Thank you. Mike, you better have that same energy next week, bitch.